I have COVID.
You had a friend who knew you best, now she ignores you. But you deserve more than the crumbs she's leaving for you. And it's okay for you to say exactly what you need.
If serious topics aren't your thing, you should probably pass on this video. I'll start with a dream I had. On December 31st, 2021, I dreamed Pete was walking to the city just enjoying his day, but he hadn't realized he had passed. Up until recently, I considered Pete one of my best friends for most of my life. He was the best man at my wedding, and growing up, Pete was usually the best basketball player on the court, and I was definitely always the worst. And being one of the best, Pete was always usually one of the team captains. And despite me being the worst, he would always pick me first. I learned a lot about loyalty from Pete early on in life. I said up until recently because the last time I spoke with Pete was December 2018. He had recently gotten married, and prior to his wedding, I met his then fiancée. And within an hour of meeting her, she had decided she didn't like me. Of course, I expected Pete to do whatever it takes to make her feel secure, as I would expect any husband to do. What I didn't expect was Pete to abruptly end 30 years of friendship without a single word. Which is why when I heard that Pete had COVID through a mutual friend, he was already in a coma in the ICU, and he passed away a few weeks later. His funeral was December 31st, 2021. Pete and I were 1 year, 1 month, 1 day apart in age, and like me, he enjoyed exercising every day and had no underlying health conditions. We got COVID almost exactly 5 months apart from each other. And by random draw, I have a mild sore throat, and Pete got much more. We never got to say goodbye. We never brought closure to our friendship. While I was walking across Korea, I thought a lot about Pete and relationships, COVID, death, and I don't know if I've processed everything yet. I do think, especially in Western culture, there's this ideal of a happy ending, that if you try your best, somehow it's gonna be okay. But I don't know, I think life is more truly reflected in like Asian cinema compared to the Hollywood fairy tale ending. Sometimes romance ends sadly. Sometimes the good guy doesn't win. Sometimes your best isn't enough. And no matter how hard you try, you can't save the relationship, whether it's a friendship, family, or marriage. And sometimes the ending is unsettling. And maybe that's okay, because it makes you think.